Hey, what's up, collectors? Jim here with another figure review. Tonight, we're taking a look at the MEZCO Hellraiser III Hell on Earth Pinhead figure. This is pretty cool. I picked this up at Toys R Us the other day. $19.99. So they actually cut the shelf price from $29.99 to $19.99. So, which is the main reason why I picked it up. It was one of those figures that always kind of caught my eye when I happened to see it in stores, but just didn't want to pay that. But, nice little packaging here. Got a little bit of a cutout here, and you can see the figure. There's a lot of stuff hidden behind here, but you got the Hellraiser 3 Hell on Earth Pinhead. Top, you got that. The one side, you do have an image of the figure. Other side, it just says Hellraiser 3. On the bottom. On the top, you got Hellraiser. And on the back, you do have a little bit of a read up there. And you just have image of the figure along with some of his accessories. This is pretty cool, so let's pop this open and take a closer look. Okay, and here he is all out of the packaging along with his accessories. Now there is a little backdrop that does pull out here. Has a cool little image on it. So that is cool and included. Then of course, as far as his accessories, you do get his box. His like, what is it called? Luminix box or something like that. But this is pretty cool. Got some nice paint on it. You do have all of his torture weapons, and they're basically just kind of done in this kind of brown mold, but there is a little bit of sculpting to them, but really not any paint at all. Get this one, get a little bit of like gray, dry brushing on there, but for the most part they're pretty plain with a nice sculpt. And then you got this one looks cool. And they all have this part here that you can hang on his little belt thing that he's got going on here. So that's pretty cool. You can either hang him on there or you can hold him in his hand. And he does come with two alternate hands, which basically kind of break off at the elbow. So you can just pop it off there and pop this one in. It just gives you a different gesture or like a 90-degree bend in his elbow. So there is no bend, but you can pop these in and out if you want to. And the hands are also interchangeable too between. Now he does have a problem holding these weapons. I mean, you really got to cram them in there for him to hold them. But they will. You just really got to cram it in there. But taking a closer look at this Pinhead, I think it's freaking awesome. I love the head sculpt. This thing is so cool because they actually use like real metal pins for the head, so that just really makes it look good. They added some like dark paint to fill in the lines on his head, so it just really brings it out. A little bit of pink shading here on the ear, a little bit of blue shading, and the wrinkles on the eyes and the lips. Really cool expression he has on his face. It's really cool. Definitely looks good. Has his little like piercings back here, and they even have it sculpted like his skin's pulled down. Really cool looking head sculpt on this thing, and the fact that they used the real pins just sets it off. Again on this side, then on the back. So really cool. And of course his outfit's pretty cool. It's basically just black. We do get a little bit of, red paint here. But nice sculpting all throughout his, jacket and his robe. Really cool. You do have his little cord piece here that you can kind of, move throughout his little skin piece here. But really cool. Because this is kind of like a shiny black. And then the bottom part is, more of like a flat black, but it looks cool. The back of his jacket looks really good. Nice sculpt work. And then on the bottom, it's pretty much flat. There's a little bit of concaveness to it, not concave, but there's a little bit of shape to it to kind of just give them balance. But yeah, I mean it's a cool looking piece, and there is articulation, eight points of articulation, but you get nice movement with the head. You get up and down, so you get nice up and down movement. Of course, you get swivel. You do get nice tilt, so that's really cool. There is no hinge on the shoulders, but you do get swivel, and it does kind of come out a little bit, about that much. And of course you do get swivel here where you can rotate the parts out. The hands are just on a big ball, so you get nice movement all around with those. You do have this cut here, so you get swivel out of that. Not really a lot of side to side, a tiny bit. You get about that much back and about that much forward out of that. So a little bit of movement there. So I mean, overall not too bad. And like I said, you can just kind of pop these arms out here. Pop these in to give them a little bit different look. Get them pointing. And again, you have that same, you know, movement in these hands, and you can swap these hands out with these arms. So I mean, at the end of the day, it is a very, very cool looking piece to put on your horror shelf. Very, very cool. Now he measures out to be to the top of his head a little over 6.5 inches to the top of his head. Like to the top of, you know, the one spike he has in the back, he's pretty much almost 7.5 inches tall. But I don't really have any other figures like this, but I did pull out one of the pops. So this is like a, you know, a Funko Pop that gives you a little size comparison. Here is one of those kind of blind box figures, and then here is a Marvel Legends. So I mean, that gives you a little bit of size comparison as far as what he is going to look like up on the shelf. But yeah, guys, that's it. That's the MEZCO Hellraiser III Hell on Earth Pinhead figure. Very cool. You do get some nice accessories with it. You get decent movement. But I mean, I think at the end of the day, everyone's going to get it for the awesome head sculpt, you know? But yeah, that's the review, guys. Thank you for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And I will catch you guys on the next figure review. Take care.